or Older Men Live. I am 𝗬𝗂'𝗂𝗲. I'm so glad you're joining me. When you come on, say hello, hello, hello. That's our Workouts for Older Men Live greeting. If you are watching the replay version, that's what most men do, right? Although I want you to join me live. You can say hello, hello, hello too. I'll acknowledge you for being here. Post any comments, any questions. I appreciate your likes, your loves, your shares. Make sure you're notified so every time I go live, you can join me live, right? But whether you're watching me live or in a replay version, whether you're watching me on Instagram or LinkedIn, come over here to @𝗬𝗂'𝗂𝗲 page on my Facebook page, or @𝗬𝗂'𝗂𝗲 on my YouTube channel. I'm doing this live at this time almost every single night. I want to connect with you. We can talk about workouts. We can talk about nutrition. We can talk about mindset, lifestyle, right? How to create a sustainable lifestyle that's healthy and fit. I know that you have been focusing on other things in your life. You're smart, right? You can't accomplish all the things you have in your business and with your family. Sometimes this fitness, it's just new. You just haven't learned the nuance or the distinctions that can get you into that top 5%, even though most men, they put any attention onto their working out consistent at any level. We look better than most when we're a little bit older, but I know that's not good enough for the men who watch these live broadcasts or who visit all of my social media platforms, or go to 𝗬𝗂𝗂𝗲.com often. All right. Make sure you're on my email list. I have a library of videos, and there's podcasts and blog posts there. All right. All designed, outlined, explained for you. If you're a little bit older and you've got a busy, productive life, you don't have 2 hours a day, 6 days a week to work out, and it's not needed. I help you figure out what you need to do to be effective and efficient with your willpower, focus, energy, and time, so that you get the results that you want. That's what this is all about. So again, say hello, hello, hello. Even in the replay version, ask your questions. I'm so glad you're here for this live broadcast. Hey, I want to talk about, mindset. Mindset. I mean, if you think about what you're great at, and just say it's business, you're just a master at what you do. You've been doing it a long time, 25, 30 years, right? And just think about all the men who worked underneath you, or men or women, and they had the desire to reach your level of expertise, right? And they were smart, right? They were hardworking, right? But there's just something mentally that just different, that separated the guys and people who really made it with your business, like you, or the ones they were knocking on, they're okay. Something just isn't clicking. Mindset. So important. And that's, even though we have that mindset, all right, with most things, sometimes when it comes to fitness, right, we just haven't made that click quite yet. Right? I want to help you do that, and through our continual connection, answering your questions, all right, just immersing yourself in this process. I want to help you flip that switch, because mindset is the most important thing. So I, just raced home because I want to be here with you, and it was my daughter's her basketball league, her basketball, and I can just, working on mindset, doing all the things in sports and the things that I've accomplished. I mean, you can see from a young age that mindset developing or not, right? From a very young age, they say that the way we look at the world, it's all developed in that imprint age, 7 or 8. How we see the world, how we aggressively or not so aggressively go at it, our belief in ourselves, right? Whether it's a superior confidence, it's lower confidence, or somewhere in between. It's all developed in that imprint age. So I'm looking at that. And again, my background in psychology, personal development, right? Getting the most out of yourself. All right. So I'm always looking at that with my kids. The best thing that I can do is to create systems where I prepare them for the sport, and I get them to practice. I get them to enjoy practice. I create a system where, in the shortest amount of time, just say like 20 minutes a day, they can hit the key fundamentals and just do it over and over and over again. All right. So you don't need a 2-hour practice 6 days a week so that you do well in the games. It's like, what strategically can I pick out for them the skills, dribbling, let's say, or this, or layups, or whatever it is, what I can do in 20 minutes, but I do it every single day. The organizing principles to success that everything else is built upon. Right. And that's what I want to do for you. A lot of times, guys, they're working hard, they're doing a lot of sets and reps, and maybe their diet will work for a while, but it's too strict, it's not sustainable, it's too overboard. All right, because they don't know the key things to work on. It doesn't take as much effort when you know exactly what you need to do. And again, if you've been struggling and you look better than most, but you just can't crack, like I said, under 20% body fat, or you can't get that muscle grow, it's probably you're missing a few key things, but you wouldn't know what they are because you've been doing it for a while, working out, and you got these type of results, right? As their dad, who wants to give them the most sense of accomplishment and confidence, but I want them to work for it. I mean, that's what I can do. Set up that system, my knowledge game, coach them, teach them. And it's beyond. It's not the coach's job. Well, the coach, they give them the general direction, right? But it's my job to have them prepared all the other 6 days of the week. All right. So they're prepared, and then the coach does that on top of it, right? So I do my best to get them to love what they do, be proud of what they do, work on those organizing principles, those fundamentals. All right. But I'll tell you, and that's what you need for fitness. And again, I know you accomplished a lot of things with your family and your business, but it takes that same. You got to know which key buttons to push. And it's not like it's nuclear science. But if you don't get this, like in year 1, 2, or 3, you can be training for. I know guys who've been training for 20 years, and they just self-admit, they admit that they don't know what it takes for nutrition. Now, I would question how aggressively they're trying to find that answer, right? They may rely too much on the training, right? But after that, it's all about, mindset. And I was asking my son, I go, do you know what the difference between a really good player who should be proud of the work that they do, and then the one who is just superior? I mean, they just walk on that court, on that field, and there's just this air about them. And my son, so we've talked about this a lot, right? And he's 7. He says, it's mindset. All right, that's something we work on. We talk about in a lot of different ways. Mindset. And I told him there's 3 things when it comes to mindset. It's aggressiveness. Some people just want the ball. They're going to be around it. All right. If it's basketball, they're on the offense, defense, in the middle of the court. They're just one step ahead. They're aggressive. Okay. If anybody can get it, they just think I should be the one to get it. It's right there. I might as well take it. Sometimes you can't teach that. All right. The second component to this mindset category that differentiates someone who's really good from someone who's just elite. I mean, you could just see it just dripping out of them. You can just see the kids who separate themselves for whatever reasons. The second thing is that belief in themselves. They just believe in themselves, whether it's they practice over and over and over again. They can do a great job of comparing themselves to others, and they compare themselves favorably, because there's a lot of players that are good, they just don't quite know it. Right. But they have this belief in themselves, like, I can just dribble around them. I can do this. Right. It just sticks out. Right. So aggressiveness, belief in themselves. And the third one is standards. Right. Is if I catch the ball 8 out of 10 times, is that good? Some people just like to show up 5 out of 10. Right. And they need a coach to say, you need to work a little bit on your layups, right? You probably should make close to 9 or 10 of those, right? And then they go, well, then they get into this defensive mode. 5 isn't good. Okay, I'll work. The elite, and this is with everything, they don't need a coach telling them, you could make more, and try to convince them. They have these outrageous standards themselves. When they make 8, I made 8, but the 2 I missed, I've made those before. Now I know 10 is a lot, but I can make 10. That's outrageous standards, right? So what I have a lot of men that are, pretty good. They have a pretty good physique, right? They're going to the gym on a consistent basis. But they don't understand why being in the top 20% of older men, body health wise, right? They go to the gym, they can't crack in that top 5%. And they have no idea why. And it's that mindset, right? How badly do you want it? Aggressiveness, right? That belief in yourself that if you do this work, if you go to the gym consistently, if you do this diet, if you get coaching, right? The aggressiveness, I'll get coaching, I'll do whatever it takes, right? But that belief in themselves that their hard work will pay off. And then the standards, if I eat right every 2 out of 3 days, 7 days, whatever, everybody has different standards. And that's all going to make the difference. So when someone says, hey, what's the right rep range or what's the perfect diet? That part is relatively easy. But will you apply, that mental power, aggressiveness, belief in yourself, and standards? It makes all the difference in the world. If you want this balance, and that's what I do as a coach. All right. It's not just, okay, well, here are the perfect sets and reps. If you don't have that mindset, I'm with you week by week by week to make you aware of the mindset that you need. Because I really believe that if a man like you is watching a video like this, all right, if you knew exactly what to do and you were pretty darn certain it would pay off, you would do it. There's a saying that says, find out what the price of success is and then pay it. I really think, again, the men who would be watching a live video like this, they would pay the price if they were more certain. My job is to give you certainty. My job is to make sure you're aggressive. My job is to make sure that you have that belief in yourself that your efforts will pay off. My job is to believe your standards are high enough, not just what you think. How do you know? You've never been to that elite level. And again, I'm talking about not just looking better than most men your age, but, as good as you can be. All right. So, Robin, hello. Glad that you are here. 𝗬𝗂'𝗵𝗿𝗀𝗍𝗂𝗍 says, thanks for all your advice, sharing your experience. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you appreciating my efforts. I just want to tell you, I appreciate that. Mark, hello. Great to have you here. So if you're watching this on replay version on LinkedIn or on Instagram, I'm doing this live just about every single night over on YouTube at 𝗬𝗂'𝗄𝗄 and on my Facebook page at 𝗬𝗂'𝗄𝗄page. Kevin, hello. So glad you are here, sir. Hope you're doing well. All right. So I was a little fired up today, right? Because success in our business, success with our family, success in little kids basketball, and success with your fitness, it's all the same. And you know that. My job is to help you just click that mindset sooner rather than later, flip that mental switch to make sure that your sets and reps, your workouts, and your diet have that rocket fuel to make it work. All right. So I'm going to post down. I've got many ways to help you reach your goal. As you can tell, I'm really passionate about coaching, about taking it to the next level. And that's what I love, helping men do. So if you're the type of man who does whatever it takes to get what he wants, look at the links that I have in the description and take action. We'll have a conversation. We'll see if that one-on-one coaching is the right fit for you. I know I have a plan for you. I was just talking to a gentleman earlier today, and I love it when, they just jump on, they see me, they like it. So they come over to 𝗬𝗂'𝗄𝗄.com, they fill out one of those forms like for the 12-week transformation, but they haven't watched it in my videos. I take that as a compliment, but I do all these videos so you know the man who you're working with. So it's always like, and they don't know what I did as a bodybuilder or anything in the past, right? Because I think the more they know, the more it's easier to make that decision, for coaching, right? So, hey, watch all my videos. I'm so glad you're here. But, if you're ready, we can talk about it. I'll tell you if this is the right fit for you or what you need to do to have that body that you want. All right. So look down below in the description. I have many ways to help you reach your goals. All right. So that's going to do it for this Workouts for Older Men Live. Let's live every single day with a sense of urgency. We have to when we're a little bit older. We've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Have a great day.